Okay.
So welcome everybody. It's October 21st and in principle, we're halfway through the second week of the challenge. We're in lesson 3 of Aaron Birch's Posting for Profits. How's everybody doing tonight? Anybody have any specific questions? Victoria, you're unmuted, so I'll ask you, I'll pick on you first.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, it's one thing to understand what Aaron's talking about. It's a whole nother thing when you're trying to speak to your audience about your thing and reach their pain points, So I guess that's where I kind of I have to play around with it.
So implementation.
Yeah.
It's always, yeah. So Aaron, in this video, Aaron gave a lot of examples, but if you're not in one of the specific areas that she was giving examples in, then you have to come up with your own. So yeah, I understand that. Kim, how about you? How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
And I'm the same like Victoria is just have to, play around with it and put some things out there and see how it goes and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because I mean, she makes it look easy.
If I said it is easy, would you all throw something at me?
Yes.
Well, I think it will get easier with time, but right now it's kind of like,
This is one of those things where if you bite the bullet and just get started, a week from now, you're going to go, that was easy. I don't see what my suspicion is, and tell me I'm wrong. Everybody feel free to yell at me. It's okay. Most of it is coming from just the fear that I haven't done it, and therefore I'm not sure I know what to do. It's mostly mindset. So just digging in and getting started is really going to help.
well, and I think some of it comes from the conditioning of, if you've been around for a while, of the upline and telling you to do it like this, to send this script out, and it's like, and of course that's why I haven't done it, because it hasn't resonated with me.
How about you, Karen? Any questions tonight?
No, I've just been really busy.
You've been what?
Busy?
Busy sightseeing.
Yeah.
I applaud you for keeping up with this while you're on vacation.
Yeah. I have been watching the videos, and I'm even taking full notes of every video. So.
Yeah. How about you, Nancy? How you doing? Any questions or anything going on specifically?
No, I watched the video for today and just have to, I know that in the past I've been posting things that say Build Genius on it, specific things to my business,
but they had one left.
And they're, the training is saying don't post, your business logo or business product, just create the curiosity in the different ways. So I've got to retrain myself.
And I got to tell you, in all honesty, I mean, I'd be curious to see what Stacy and Aaron would say about Build Genius. And I don't know, it's not clear to me. Aaron might even be an iBoomerang. She's made enough comments about travel and stuff that I might send her a message and ask her.
Yeah.
But Build Genius, just putting up a post itself about Build Genius doesn't reveal the name of the company. It doesn't put a link up. It doesn't do anything. So I sort of have a mixed emotion about whether or not that would work out or not work out.
Well, people do look up. I'm sorry, people do look. They'll go look up Build Genius on the web.
Yeah, that's the one thing we want to be very careful about. I will promise you that no matter what company you are in, if we go Google it, we will find negative reviews, and they'll be right at the top of the list. Has everybody tried Googling the company they're in to see what you find out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anybody not found negative reviews? They're there, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know that there are people that actually make a living. That's how they run their business. It's a business model, which I don't agree with, and I will never have done and will never do. But they write posts that say, before you join XYZ company, read my review. I'll tell you the truth. Is it a scam? And then, you know, halfway through the review, they say, well, it's actually a pretty good company. And if you want to learn more about it, click the link
Yeah.
below. So
Yeah,
what?
I've seen that.
Yeah, they're distracting. They're distracting you away from what's really going on with the company to get you to sign up under them. They're stealing.
Because
But
I think they know that people gravitate towards something negative quicker than positive. They'll want to check it out first, that on the negative. And so it's kind of a, a strategy of whoever does that post.
that's exactly right. And then the other thing is that the headlines, if the headline says, XYZ company, is it a scam? There's a lot of people that will look at that and will say, oh, I heard that's a scam. They never even read anything other than the headline.
Right.
So that's why we try to keep people away from it. So,
Yeah.
okay. So I've got two questions. How can I help you? And I mean, do we want to play with some examples? And also, Karen, you put up a question a day or two ago about, okay, I put up the post, I've got a bunch of comments, now what do I do? And that's in fact, where'd he go? Tim? TJ? I think we lost TJ. That's in fact what TJ and I were actually talking about. Does everyone else have the same question?
I just had a question on how do I transition, from posting everything, Build Genius, Zens, to nothing. It's like, it seems like, I mean, it's easy enough to do, you just don't do it. But like I had a Zens flyer post ready to post today until I watched the training. But I don't know.
Well, we're not going to go to posting nothing. We're just going to quit posting product pictures.
No, I meant nothing showing the product.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So let's go back to the beginning. Do you have a target or a ideal audience defined?
Sort of defined women 35 and over. I haven't narrowed it down any farther than that. People that, because I want to target women and families and people who get value out of their free time because they've been working for X amount of years and that type of thing.
Well, women 35 and older is pretty broad.
Hey, well, I started at 20, remember, to like my daughter's age.
So
I'm going up.
Where we are in this program right now is where we ought to be is, and if there's anything you need to spend a little more time on, it's really defining at least the first step of who your ideal audience is, and then finding one group, just one good group where they're hanging out, and then start meeting people. So if you follow this program, your first step right now is meeting people, getting to know them a little bit, and then messaging them, inviting them to come to your timeline, messaging them, and just beginning to form these friendships, right? And now when they come to your timeline, they're going to see things that are of interest to them, right? And some of the things they're going to see is a little bit of who you are, a little bit of posts about you, who you are, posts about pain points that you've identified. And then, like Erin says today, well, you can do like a story post about a product, for example, but don't do more than maybe 1, 2 at the outside a week. So you're going to begin to do posts about your opportunity, your product. Tomorrow we're doing business opportunity posts and how to structure them. Am I making sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go. What I'm trying to do is say, let's go back to fundamentals a little bit here and make sure we have the fundamentals in place. Who's our audience and what are their pain points? And then we're beginning to meet people and invite them over. So we started off with or earlier in the week, or maybe late last week or early this week, with okay, let's go into our groups that we've identified and make and just an introductory post if we haven't posted in the group yet. Or even if we have posted in the group, we can still say, hey, I'm new to the group, been here for a while, but I never introduced myself. My name is Jose, and here I am, and et cetera. Now, you did that, Karen, and you got a whole bunch of responses, right? Anyone else do an introductory post and you got a bunch of responses?
I did another one yesterday and got quite, a lot of thumbs up, and I think like 8 like comments, like welcome,
Okay.
So
now the question,
more than a daily post, like
what's that?
that was more than sometimes my regular post on my own page.
Yeah. Okay, so now the question is, what do we do with those? Okay.
So that particular group was one that I was in. I was kind of practicing with that one, so it wasn't necessarily my target.
Okay. Well,
but when you say invite over, how do you?
Okay.
What do you? I mean, a person normally will go and check out somebody's post if they I do that if they make a comment. But when you say invite them over after they've commented, what does that really mean?
Okay. So let me go back for a minute. You had like 8 comments, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many did you have, Karen? You had a lot?
Well, I posted in 2 groups. One is a local group, and that has had quite a lot less, but it has a lot less members in it. But that's okay. They're in my area. And then the other more general group, that one has like, I don't know, 20,000 or more members. And that one I got it's like 300 reactions and over 50 comments. And I still need to go and start, addressing them.
Right.
I've just been busy, I can't, I haven't had time.
That's okay. Listen, we've all got the same issue. I'm not, I was looking, I did a post in a scuba diving group here a couple, 3 weeks ago, and I got over 100 comments, and I haven't gone through them all yet. So it's okay. It's really okay. So what do you do with them?
Yeah.
Let's start with the comments, because the comments, if somebody just clicked a like or an emoji or one of those little thingamabobs,
that's a reaction. It's a reaction.
Thank you. A reaction.
Mm-hmm.
They're sort of, in my opinion, they take a lower priority than someone who actually bothered to write a comment. So let's go to the comments. What do we do with the comments? Step 1, the ironclad rule, step 1 is that if somebody wrote a comment on your post, you acknowledge the comment. Now, in a post where we had one post in one of Stacy's groups, there was one woman that got 800 comments on a post. Well, okay, it may take her 6 months, So don't feel like you have to do all comments the first day, but you want to go down through the comments and acknowledge the comments. Hey, thank you for commenting. Thank you for being here. Hey, whatever they said, what I usually do is I mirror them back. If somebody says good morning to me, then I will say good morning back, and then I look at who the person is. Now, in a lot of my posts, there's people that I know, they're there every day, and I know who they are, and I'll just make something like good morning to them. But then, and let me do a screen share. Let me give you, or you know what? Before I do this, let me ask you: are you brave enough to pull up your screen, Karen, and we'll look at some of your comments?
In the group?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
you can do that.
Okay, so go ahead and do a screen share.
Okay.
And this is exactly what TJ and I were talking about, and he disappeared. So that's too bad because he's been really doing this and he's getting some good results.
Hold on here.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna find it.
Okay.
All right, here it is, right here. Okay, here we go. It's me and my chicken.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a great, that is a great Now, did you write anything?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
cool.
wrote
All right.
wrote this here. Oh, hold on here. Let me get rid of this. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's
You
awesome.
can read it.
Yeah.
There.
I read enough of it. I scanned it, but that's fine.
Okay.
That's awesome. So let's pull down. So that's a great post. That's an actually great. You got 300 reactions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, and 68 comments. Now let's look at the comment. And remember now, if you follow the training in detail, they will tell you that you should respond to every reaction and every comment. Well, I'll give you a personal take. I am not going to be bothered with 300 reactions when I've got 68 comments to take care of, because that would take me. That's not going to happen overnight. But let's just go down and look. Bob Randall, good fence is tall enough so chickens can't fly over. What does that mean?
Oh, that means that you better make sure that you have your chickens
Okay.
well enclosed so that they can't fly over.
Okay.
So they're protected.
Okay. So let's give a reaction to Bob.
Okay.
And I never use like, ever, absolutely never, because use at least the love.
Okay.
And the reason is I've been told in the Facebook algorithm, love means nothing. It's like neutral.
You mean like means nothing.
Like, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay. So you love his comment. Now let's reply to it.
Okay.
So click reply
Uh-huh.
and help me out here now. I don't know enough about
I'm just
chickens.
gonna say, I'll just say that's really great. Great advice. Bob. Thanks for commenting. How's that?
Well, and let's ask him a question. Do you also raise chickens, Bob?
All right, that's a good,
Let's start a conversation.
Yeah.
Now, let's go ahead.
All right, is that good?
That's good for now. Okay, now, do we want to be friends with Bob? So let's right click Bob's name. So ladies and gentlemen, if those of you who don't know this, we're going to right click his name, and her mouse moved faster than my mouth could move. So there's Bob Randall. Now,
Hold on.
huh?
Hold on. I'm trying to move this this bar, this Zoom.
Yeah, I can't see the bar on your screen.
Hold on.
It'll
Okay.
move. It'll move.
Okay.
Oh, so
Okay.
he's a member of Homesteading Today. So
Yeah.
there's two things we know here immediately. He is in our ideal audience. Okay.
All
Now
right.
the other thing is, if you go over to, you see where the message is.
Yeah.
Right next to it, and the right, there's what looks like a little human being. If you click there, view main profile.
Oh, I didn't know that.
See, this is this new Facebook right now. So here's his main
Yeah.
profile. So the first thing we know about Bob is he doesn't have a cover photo
Oh,
up, but you know, that may or may not be relevant with Bob here, because
He doesn't have any posts available that are.
yeah, and
visible.
so he's not very active on Facebook. So because he's not very active on Facebook, it raises a question as to whether or not it's even worth
He,
bothering with it.
this is my thought is that he's very locked down and he doesn't share any of his information unless you're his friend. That's my thought.
Okay, so here's the question then. Is it worth, I'd send him a friend request. And
Yeah.
I would go back to, what I would do is, do we have the ability to actually send him a friend request?
No,
No, he is really locked on, huh?
he's really locked down. Yeah. I couldn't even follow him.
Okay, he's got everything locked on. So
Yeah.
the only thing we could do is send him a message and say, hey, Bob, I met you over in the other group and I'd love to get to know you since you're a fellow homesteader, but I don't seem to be able to send you a friend request.
Yeah.
And then we could go back to the group and we could modify our message over there that says, hey, I sent you a private message. So,
Okay.
so
I don't think I'm going to do that right now.
That's
Maybe
fine.
after he responds, possibly.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I agree with that too. I was just using it as an example.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's close out Bob and let's go do maybe one or two more. So there's Bob.
Okay.
So who's the next one?
Here's one.
Wanda Wilson. Hi, Karen. I'm in Tennessee. This is a great place to learn. Well, let's give her at least a heart, a love. Thank her for commenting on your.
Oh, another thing I wanted, if you ever want to, if you have a group that has a lot, look at how many Wandas popped up and none of them is hers.
Right.
The way you do that to find her, if you want to tag her, you go at Wanda Wilson. There she is right
Yeah.
there.
Yes. And thank you for pointing that out because a lot of other people may not have known it. And yes, that's how you, and we could have done the same thing with Bob up
Right.
above, Bob Randall.
Right.
To
I
tag him.
could have.
Now,
Yep.
do you also know that once you have the full name up, if you get rid of the, and it is now still tagged to her.
Right.
Yeah, so. So we'll do the same thing. I might ask her a question like, great to know this is a good place to learn. Do you have any advice for me? Or
Okay.
I don't know, just see if we get a conversation going. Okay. Or you're into homesteading. What's important to people that are into homesteading? I don't know. Do you have any advice for me? I mean, that's as far as my little brain will go because I don't really know anything about it, except I know you raise chickens.
Homesteading is like a wide range of things. It involves like wanting to compost, to reuse your vegetable scraps, to garden,
Mm-hmm.
to preserve food, to be self-sufficient, to reuse, recycle, and just to kind of get back to basics, the way that people might have lived a long time ago, even though we live in modern society. It's just getting more back to basics, the way people used to live more simply,
Yeah.
kind of.
Okay, so let's let that one go. I mean, push send for now. And once again, just sure, is everybody on page now? We right click her name.
Oh, and I need to do that here.
And now stop right there. Stop.
Okay, I'm stopped.
Come back and right click her name. right click her name and don't do anything. Just right click it.
Okay.
What I wanted everyone, where the hell did the menu go now?
The menu.
Yeah, right click it again, please.
3 dots.
Maybe, but
This?
maybe.
No.
The menu that usually pops up where it says you can open it in a new tab.
Right,
Oh,
click
that.
on her name up
Oh,
There
you
it
mean
is.
this?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Open link in new tab. That's
Oh,
what I wanted everybody.
Oh, yeah, okay. You wanted to show everyone that.
I want to make
Okay.
sure everybody understands that. You right click
Okay.
and you get that menu to open up, and then you just open her up in a new tab. That way it doesn't overwrite the page you're on. If you just clicked
Yeah.
on to open her, then it would open up right on this page and this page would be gone.
Right.
So there she is. Now I like her profile. It's got, I mean, if we were to get her into our business kinds of businesses, we'd want to improve her cover, her picture there, profile picture. But got a picture of her family there, family girl, member of Homesteading Today. Is that the group we're in, Homesteading Today? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that looks like somebody that if I were you, I might want to be a friend with.
Right.
Now, can we send a friend request? View the main profile, yeah.
No.
Well, but we can follow her at least.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Should I follow her?
Well, you should do what you think you should do. Would you like
Okay.
to be her friend?
I think I'll look on her profile a little bit more.
Okay.
But yeah, oh, look, she's into something.
She's into network marketing.
Yeah.
So she's definitely a good person for you to friend. She's in
Okay.
homesteading and she's in network marketing.
Lavelle, it looks like.
Pardon me?
It was Lavelle.
Yeah, it was Lavelle. It is Lavelle. Yeah.
It's
Well, it
what?
had the name of it on her post.
Lavelle, yeah.
Oh,
Now-
okay, got it.
Now, now here's an interesting one. As you mature in this whole strategy in business, she is a potential customer client for you in MLSP.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if you knew her a little bit better right now, imagine inviting her into this challenge. Now, do you folks realize that since you are in the 30-day trial of MLSP, if you invite somebody into this challenge, I do not get the credit, you get the credit. You have a link in the back office. Now, if they come in and they pay $1 to do this challenge, the way I brought you in, you earn a great big old 30 cents, but you do earn a commission. And then if they stick around after that, depending on what they do, they become your customer. That's your affiliate. Now, this is not an MLM. There's no levels beneath them, et cetera, et cetera. It's essentially a single level. So you are, those of you who joined me in the challenge, I think one or two of you may have been in MLSP before. I don't know. I've not kept track, to be honest with you, who's new and who isn't. But you're my affiliates. And then if somebody joins you, they're your affiliate. So this whole thing all works. But she would be someone that I would want to get to know and talk to a little bit, Karen, at some point, and then see how she's doing with her business. See if it's working for her. And you can tell her, well, I understand the problem you're having. I used to have the same problem. Would you like to hear from me how I solved it for myself?
How do you get to the conversation of
Okay.
having a problem?
Give us till the day after tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Erin is going to cover that in detail on Friday. She's going to talk about
All right.
the transition.
Okay, I won't be able to make it on Friday.
Oh.
I don't think.
Well,
Unless I'm in the middle, unless I'm in someplace in the car where I have a stable internet connection,
Yeah.
maybe then.
well, remember, those videos back there are available to you 24/7, 366, as long as you're here. As long as you're in,
Yeah,
they don't go away. So what
Yeah.
goes away is our little interactive session here.
all right.
I'll
I
try
know.
I'll try to get that recorded and put it up, but I have 2 more recordings that I need to get up and I haven't gotten up yet. So one from yesterday and I think the day before. But yeah, so she is absolutely a candidate for to become a friend of yours and then ultimately possibly an MLSP. And who knows? Maybe she's struggling with Lavelle or maybe she loves it. I don't know.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So is that enough of this for now? Does that give everybody an idea of what to do?
You want me to stop my screen share?
Sure, if you don't mind. I saw Nancy's head bobbing up and down, so yeah.
No, that was helpful.
Kim, Victoria?
Yep.
Kim, okay. Anybody have any questions at this moment in time? Okay, so let's call it a day then.
Wait, I thought you were going to do some examples of product posts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't going to do the examples, but we could. We can do that. Give me a product category, not company, not
Right.
necessarily company. See, what we're going to do is curiosity posts. That's our first. In today's video, Aaron talked about three or four different kinds of posts. The first one was very simple posts. Give me a product category.
Essential oils.
Essential oils. Oh,
Not that one.
what do you mean not that one?
You're having trouble with that one. So I said,
Oh.
you're probably
Oh.
thinking not that one.
No. I wasn't thinking that at all. I was trying to decide.
Okay.
Victoria, is that you? You said essential oils.
Yes.
Now, are you in iBoom?
Yes.
Okay. So, for me, a very simple post would be, oh my God, I had a scuba diving trip planned that I didn't think I was going to be able to make it, but I inserted one of these brand new, no touch, mood altering technologies, and it instantly cleared my sinuses up, and I was able to do the dive. It was fantastic. Now, I didn't say anything about what the product is. I didn't say anything about the company. But what I did is anybody who's a scuba diver who read that post would want to know what the hell that was. Because if you're a diver, you can't, if you have congestion, you're risking blowing out your eardrums if you dive. You cannot dive with congestion. And now, let's take it away from iBoom. Let's just take it to an essential oil. Oh my gosh, I discovered this essential oil that absolutely clears my sinuses immediately. I was scheduled to do a dive. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. And I put a couple drops of the oil on my nose and bam, I was clear. Now, I don't know if that's true or not because I've not experimented with eucalyptus. And that's the oil that's in the Zenz product. So I've not experimented with it. So I don't know if it actually clears your sinuses or not, but I would imagine it must, because if it does it in the Zenz product, then it should do it, period. But the question then is longevity, because the Zenz product lasts 12 hours. So I don't know. Okay. But does that give you an idea?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're not a scuba diver, but I have a friend. Oh my God. I was with my friend the other day and he was telling me that. Now, I don't know if you have any scuba divers that would see that post of yours, because you
Right.
probably haven't attracted scuba divers to your timeline or to your personal page. But all right, how about something else though? You know, I've been having trouble sleeping at night, and I have this essential oil that I just sprinkle a few drops on my pillow, and bam, I'm out for the night. Now that's lavender, and that's also one of the Zen's products. But you can also buy lavender, and you know. But for you, I would, you got three things in the Zen's products. You've got lavender, eucalyptus, and you got the lemon. And so the lavender is calming, relaxing, helps you sleep at night. Now, you probably don't have any examples of these yet, right? Samples?
No.
We
I
have
don't-
testimonies, but not
Yeah,
samples yet.
Yeah. I don't have any samples either. I wasn't in the 52 club, so 72 club, whatever it was.
Whatever it was, yeah.
But those are a couple examples. I was having trouble sleeping at night until I found this new product. And go to the Zen's website, pull their words exactly. No touch, new technology, blah, blah, blah. And I can't believe it. I slept like a baby for the first time in a couple months.
I would think the use of the words new technology might pique some people's curiosity just because it's new, like
Yeah.
the ones that like to try all the latest and greatest. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
Now, that was an example of a short curiosity product. You can write more about it, and especially when do you have samples on order?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do too, but as of today, they claim they're going to start shipping this month. We'll see.
Yeah.
Um,
our fingers crossed and
but
toes.
All right.
you could write a longer story post about how it helped you, how you've had a sleep. Have you had a sleeping problem, by the way?
No, but I
Okay.
know people that have.
Great. Find somebody who has.
Yeah.
Find one of the posts or one of the testimonials that we've already got, and do that.
Yeah,
Anybody else?
Well, all the testimonials would have the product name in it.
yeah.
They all say it.
You're going to rewrite it. You're going to put it in your words.
Okay,
Yeah.
so not the actual video of the testimony.
Yeah. No.
Word
You're not going to copy and paste.
No, I meant take a testimony from, YouTube has a whole bunch of testimonies of it, but they all say what it is, the name
Right.
and everything.
Yeah.
Well, you could say, Nancy and everyone, you could say, my friend Susan, oh my gosh, she was having problems with blah, blah, blah. And I mean, even though you don't know Susan or whoever one of the 72 are, by virtue of them being all in iBoom, they're part of our family. So, I mean, it's up to you, but you could do that.
Yeah, to say a friend, yeah. something.
Yeah, friend.
Yeah.
Good
Or I've heard
idea.
about, Ray Higdon says, my girl Susan, and you don't even have to claim that they're your friend, but you could say,
Right, that's a good idea.
Okay. And then as soon as you get your samples, then you can make up your own stories. You can write a story post. And okay, you know what? I forgot to mention this too. Erin in Erin's video today, she emphasized this near the end. Facebook stories, not just story posts, but Facebook stories. Does everybody understand the difference? What we mean by Facebook stories versus story posts?
That now, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Facebook stories, you can put those up, and you can be more, I don't know, you can be a little looser in Facebook stories with product pictures and stuff, but I'd still be very careful. We still don't want people going to Google, and it's fine,
You can track who's looking at you. The regular feed, you can't tell who's looked at it unless they comment on the stories. It lists everybody that saw your story. So if somebody starts consistently watching your stories, then they could be somebody you could talk with. But I like that feature because sometimes I just get crickets, and then I put it on story and there's like 38, or something. So I like that feature.
Okay, next. Anybody else have a category or class or you want to play with? No? No? Going once? So Aaron's homework assignment for you tonight was to put up a post about your product. Okay? Just do it. Just start practicing. So we got two things going on. We're beginning to attract people to come to our timeline and see, because in the two we did with Karen today, both of those people, assuming you go message, even just commenting on their comment is likely, possibly going to get them to come look, who's this Karen person? I don't know. They might do that. But especially if you went like with the lady, if you would go and send her you're following her and you send her another message, I mean, she's going to come check your timeline out. Those are the kinds of people you want. Once she's checked out your timeline, she might send you a friend request. You might send her one. Now she's a friend. Now you can take the conversation. You can take the conversation into Messenger. And now we're a step or two away from, talking about what she does, what you do. Oh, you're in network marketing. I see you're in network marketing. How long have you been doing that? I see you're doing Lavelle. How do you like it? How's it working for you? How long have you been doing it? And then listen. If she says, oh, I love it to death, absolutely love it to death. I've got 1,000 people on my downline. I'm making $1 million a month. You go, fantastic, good for you. But that's not the thing she's likely to say. She's more likely to say, well, it's a good company, but I'm having a little trouble building my downline here. And if she's being honest, you got to see, here's the problem with network marketers. They lie all the time. They lie because she does not want to tell you that her downline is 2 people and one of them just quit, because she wants to bring you into her business. So she wants you to think she's being really successful. So you got to break that. You got to break that barrier and get to a point in the friendship where there's real honesty flowing back and forth. And it may well be. I talk to people all the time that they tell me they've got 100 people in their downline and they're doing fine and they're not having any trouble and they're attracting people. And I go, honest, good for you. Good for you. That's all I can say. Congratulations. We're all done. But that's not usually the case.
Or if they're in your friends, later on, they might be more interested in joining you when you mention some of their pain points and offer them a lead magnet that would be helpful. They'll take advantage of that opportunity and go that way with you.
And I think, honestly, as we move forward, I think, you see, there's an interesting tactic with a lady like her, and that is asking her how her training is going, how her upline is, and what the kind of training she's had. Because the chances that she's ever even heard of Go for Yes are slim to none. The chances that she's heard of Go for No are pretty gosh darn good.
Right.
And so you can ask her, even I'm thinking out loud right now. You could ask somebody like that, well, you've heard of Go for No. How's that working for you? And see what she says. And if she's Johnny Wimbery, then she says, that's fantastic. I love to make 100 phone calls a day and I love it. Okay, fine. We're done with you. But most people, 97% of the people who get into the business hate that strategy, hate it. So then you can say, well, I agree with you. I understand, man. I really hated it myself. Would you be interested in learning, knowing what I did about that? And you can introduce her to the Go for Yes concept. And, you know, we're still sitting at this where you can bring somebody to the Go for Yes challenge for $1. So for most people, the price objection isn't there. It's like, it's only $1. I mean, how hard can that be? So, and once you have them in the challenge, see, you can do exactly what I'm doing here. You can have your own, every one of you can be running your own challenge program. And you don't have to do 4 weeks. You can go for yes, just do 1 week or do whatever you want to do. So you have lots of options. Okay, everybody got value tonight, I hope. I'm not going to take any more of your time. We have 10 minutes before the weekly webinar starts, the MLSP weekly webinar. And I recommend that you be on it if you can. It starts in 12 minutes. And
I'd like to make a suggestion, if everybody's willing to play. If Lynn, if you would put a post up in the social media dominance that says tonight's homework is to post about your product, and then as each one of us posts about our product, just say done or whatever so we can find you, and then let's go and comment on each other's product post to get some visibility from Facebook, so we could all, you know, just, and it can be like, oh, that sounds interesting, or, you know, oh, that sounds great, like, you know, just some kind of little thing from each of us. But if you would post it, then we could comment so we could find each other, because we're not all
Right.
friends on Facebook.
right, okay.
Does that make
Sure.
sense?
Sure,
And then it brings it to the top, right? So
Yeah.
every time somebody
Yeah.
posts on it, so it'll
Sure.
get visible.
sure.
Yeah.
So does everybody understand? You will be posting on your timeline,
Yeah.
but then you'll come into the group
Forgot what to post.
and put a link to your post. Or,
Yeah, a link to your post or done or something so we can
Yeah,
find you.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, all you have to do is comment. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. I'll do that right away. I'll put a post up in the group. Sure.
Yeah. That way, if you do it, then we're not all saying, oh, I posted in the next one. Oh, I posted in the next one. Oh, I posted, and it gets all lost.
Yeah.
We'll just comment it on your post that says tonight's homework is blah, blah, blah.
Okay,
Thank you.
done. Good idea. Good idea, Victoria. Done. All right, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording. If I can find my mouse. There we go. I'll stop the recording and we'll see you tomorrow night. Same time, same station. Okay?
Bye, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.